Good morning and welcome to Algebra 1 for Monday, April 20th. Today we're going to talk about how we can use systems of equations to solve some very basic word problems. I am not going to make them complicated. I'm going to cover two forms. They're not going to be difficult. I just need you to listen and follow along. The first form is when you have slope-intercept, y equals mx plus b. If I can put two lines into slope-intercept form, I know that I can graph them, and I know I can see where they cross. We've done a lot of work with that already. So how do we take a word problem and translate it into two lines in slope-intercept form? I'm going to give you the example. Let's say we're talking about two companies that are offering to do work around the house for us, and they have different bids, different price tags. So let's say builder A, I want to, something cleaned up or something built, fixed, doesn't matter. So I say builder A will charge me, let's say, $400 as a flat fee, and for every hour of his work, he's going to charge me $75 per hour. Okay, gave you information. Shouldn't be too hard to put that into an equation, but let's just hold off until we find out what builder B is going to charge me. So builder B, he's going to charge me $600. Obviously, I don't like builder B very much right now. And he's also going to charge an additional, oh, you know what? I actually changed my mind about the price tags when I was planning this. So builder A is going to charge me even more than 75. Builder A is getting worse and worse by the moment. He's charging me $100 an hour. Sorry. Builder B is a little bit nicer. He's only $50 per hour for his work. All right, good. Sorry about the confusion. Now, I got two bids for this project. I have builder A starting out at $400, which is, I guess a better deal than builder B, but he charges more per hour. So if this is a big job and it's going to take more hours, it's going to end up costing me more money perhaps than if I went with builder B, who has a higher starting price, but a lower hourly fee. So the question is, well, who do I want to go with? I can better figure this out if I know how their prices are going to compare to each other over time. So I'm going to make a very basic graph to solve this problem first, all right? Here's my very basic graph. I know that I've got, let's say, my hours down here on the x. Time is usually the x-axis. And I'm going to have the price tag up here on the y. I'm not going to count by ones. That'd be crazy. This guy starts off at 600. So I'm going to count up by, let's say, 200s. 200, 400, 600, 800, and $1,000. Let's hope we don't have to go higher than that. I can't afford it. So we got builder A. Builder A is going to be, let's say, orange color to stand out. Builder A starts off at $400. He's right there. Now, for every hour that goes by, builder A is going up $100. Can't I make an equation out of that? Let's say that builder A's equation is increasing by $100 per hour from a starting price of $400. That's actually pretty easy to write that equation, fortunately. So builder A started out at $400. He's going to go up $100 an hour. So after 1 hour, he's at $500. After 2 hours, $600. 3 hours, $700. 4 hours, $800. You see how it goes. So I'm just going to make my line for builder A. Okay? All right. Builder B, let's write his equation first. So builder B, he's charging me $600 and 50 per hour. The 50 per hour is the slope part of the problem. So 50 per hour, 50x, plus a starting price of $600. So he's starting out over here. Every hour, it's going to go up by $50. So in 1 hour, it's at $650, and at 2 hours, it's at $700, and at 3 hours, it's at $750, and at 4 hours, it's at $800, and after 5 hours, $850, so on and so forth. And you can see, now again, I don't have graph paper here, but my graph was not super straight, but could have been worse. Does it look like they're crossing around over here? It looks like they're crossing over there to me. I would say that at 4 hours, it looks like they're crossing at a price tag of about $800. Let's just make sure that makes sense. If builder A works for 4 hours, that's going to be 4 hours at $100 an hour is $400, plus his original $400. So builder A does cost me $800 at 4 hours. Let's make sure it works for B also. B is starting off at $600. 4 hours at $50 an hour is $200 more, and 200 on 600 is $800. So at 4 hours, they're both going to cost me $800. Which one's more cost effective? Well, if I have a short-term job, looks like the builder A orange line is a better price tag for me. If I have a long-term job, it's going to take me more than 4 hours, I should go with builder B. Even though he starts off more expensive, over time, it'll cost me less money. All right, so that's slope-intercept form with a graph. Did we have to graph it? No, we could have used substitutions. We could have used eliminations. If you want to use substitutions, let's just do a quick one because it's right there. Ready? Remember, when we have two lines that are both in slope-intercept, substitutions was actually pretty simple. Set them equal to each other. So 100x plus 400 equals 50x plus 600. I'm going to subtract 50x from both sides. So I have 50x plus 400 equals 600. I'm going to subtract 400 from both sides. I have 50x equals 200. I'm going to divide by 50. X equals 4. We know that's 4 hours. I know if I plug in the number 4 as X, I find out that the Y price tag is $800. So that does work. Okay, one more thing for word problems. Simple word problem, okay? This one is done when you've got standard form. All right, so standard form, we have AX plus BY equals C. I'm going to make this pretty easy. Ready? It's a word problem, kind of a riddle. There are 20 animals in a barn. They are made up only of pigs and chickens. And one little piece of info, it's rather important. There's a total of 64 legs. How many of each animal are there? Well, it's important to understand that pigs have 4 legs. Chickens, however, have only 2. So we have 2-legged animals and we have 4-legged animals. We have 64 legs. We have 20 animals. How do we put this together? I said standard form is what you want to go with, okay? So we're going to have our standard form, x's and y's equals a number. I'm going to put that in 2 lines because there's going to be a line that talks about how many things we have. The second line talks about the quality we're talking about. So how many animals do we have? Let's say that X are the pigs and Y are the chickens. So we have pigs and chickens and there are 20 animals. So that line talks about the total things we're counting. Okay? Now, the second line has to talk about their legs, because we said that there were 64 legs. A pig has 4 legs. So 4 legs per pig. A chicken has 2 legs. So plus 2 legs per chicken for a total of 64 legs. At this point, you've got a system of equations in standard form, and we can solve it. I'll use eliminations. It's very easy. To use eliminations, I'm going to multiply the entire top row by -4, just to get rid of the x's. Remember, with eliminations, you want to eliminate a variable, and that was +4, so by multiplying by -4, I'll be able to eliminate it. So I get -4x minus 4y equals -80. Remember, I have to distribute that throughout the entire row. Now I can add vertically. That's how eliminations worked. The x's cancel. The y's becomes -2y, and 64 minus 80 is negative, anyone? 16. Divide by -2. Y equals 8. Y was chickens. So 8 chickens. How do we find out how many pigs? Well, the simplest equation was that there were 20 animals in total. X plus y equal 20. If x plus y equals 20, and y is the number 8, subtract 8, and we get 12 pigs. So how many of each type of animal was there? 12 pigs, 8 chickens. You could do the math in your head to make sure that we have 20 animals and 64 legs. 8 and 12, of course, is 20. 12 times 4 feet is 48. 8 times 2 feet is 16. 48 and 16, 64. All right. For today, I'm not going to assign any homework. That won't be true for tomorrow. But for right now, that was the concept. We're not going to get more complicated than that. You'll have systems that are slope-intercept form. You'll have systems that are standard form. I'm not going to make it more difficult. This is good enough. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, have a great day.